So today, we're playing the Pyromancer with a fun rainbow badge run, allowing us to create a crazy combo with a Critwood staff and a ruby chunk build. The dragons bring the damage, and the Critwood staff also bring the damage too, so we might just have an awesome burst build. But hey, check it out and let me know what you think about it. Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with a random character and see who we're going to get today. So it looks like we're playing the Pyromancer. We do start off with a leather boots, a chipped emeralds, and a pocket stand. Now we can keep these leather boots, but honestly, we're probably better off just getting rid of them to try and get some different crazy item. Now I'm going to start off by grabbing a wooden sword. I definitely want to grab this whetstone. Let's grab a set of blueberries. Let's grab a stone. Let's roll for now. And I'm going to craft up a torch at the very beginning. Now the question is, I want to go in here and group by price and go ahead and look for leather boots. So leather boots is worth about 6 gold. And we want to get any of these amulets to give us a build direction, which is about 6 gold. So we do need to offer up some extra items into our offering bowl. A chance to get those amulets, but it also generates up a flame, which does cost 1 gold. So that's why we need to offer up about 7 to 8 golds. Now I also want to grab ourselves a flame. I also want to grab the pocket sand, and I'm going to be offering up all these items. But this is going to be round 1. We do start off with 1 in power, increasing our damage, but still our DPS is going to be a little bit low. I kept our callouts so we can get ourselves a little bit of a buff and inflict a tiny bit of debuff. And not too bad, we actually managed to get ourselves a bit of luck. Increasing our accuracy up to 100%. And actually, definitely not looking too bad for sure. Smashing even. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. But we'll see what sort of craziness are we going to get. We got ourselves a freaking mana orb, which is worth about 6 golds, which is crazy insane for sure. So we're going to want to grab ourselves a broom. We definitely want to craft up our magic staff. The thing is, I do want these items, but I'm going to have to roll for now. I'm going to grab this bit of storage, and we could offer up our torch as well with a wooden buckler. Because our torch is worth about 5 golds, and a wooden buckler is worth about 4 golds. Give us 9 gold worth of items, which should be pretty decent overall. And we do want our whetstone in to get a lot of damage too. But yeah, I do want to keep our options open for a wooden sword to potentially go for a burning blade. So yeah, this is going to be round 2. Now this shouldn't be too bad. We should have a lot of damage, a little bit of damage reduction, but not a whole lot of survivability. We've no heals and no block. Just a tiny bit of damage mitigation. Our opponent has a crazy amount of armor, but we're actually breaking through it. Our stamina being a big problem. We definitely need to add in a big old banana. But smashing all the same. Really fantastic. Now what are we going to get? We got the leather boots back, which is kind of hilarious. We got ourselves blueberries too though, which is not too bad, to be quite honest. Now we could grab ourselves a rainbow badge and try to go for a different staff. Try to go for a different staff. Something like a Critwood staff would be kind of crazy. Even a spike staff with a bunch of dragons, stacking up a bunch of empower seems kind of awesome too. So you know what? I'm actually going to take it. Now, I do want to keep our blueberries. I do want to grab ourselves that sword too though. Now, for this round, I'm not going to be offering up anything. I'm going to keep our options open till the next round. Let's grab another flame. Although if we wanted to, we could literally just offer up a pocket stand with our leather boots. And then just keep the rest of our items. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. But at least now we do have a way to stack up a little bit of mana, even though it's going to be quite slow. But we also have a rainbow badge, which is going to give us 1 of every buff. Meaning that after 6.5 seconds, we should be able to scale up a tiny bit of that magic staff damage. Which is going to be smashing overall. And what are we going to get? We got ourselves Amulet of Life, which is pretty darn awesome. A stone and some flames. Now the thing is, I was kind of hoping for smithing for dummies, so we can grab ourselves a whetstone. But unfortunately, we didn't actually find that. The thing is, what should we actually go for now? We could take investment opportunity, grab a bunch of monies, get a ton of value for our offering ball. Or we could just straight up go mana mastery and have some scaling for our magic staff. It is kind of awesome. It would help quite a bit, but I'm actually going to take investment opportunity. Getting tons of value for offering ball is going to be kind of our best play. So we're going to grab a leather bag. We could grab ourselves a carrot. But I'm going to roll for now. That's a freaking Gooberts. I do want to grab ourselves a stone just in case we want to grab ourselves a stone skin potion. And I'm going to roll again. Okay, we can go Critwood staff here. Critwood staff and try to grab some dragons with the deck of cards. And try to go for some ruby chunks. Holy moly, this build is going to be insane actually. So for this round, yeah, we're going to be getting rid of a wooden sword along with a whetstone. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping all these items. We are going to move on. We should have added in our flames. We can literally place them in, but not try them up. But we'll see. So Critwood staff with a bunch of dragons. Seems straight up nuts for sure. But we'll have to see. But first of all, we have to deal with this berserker, and it's looking super scary, and we unfortunately fall short. Which is a little less than ideal, but it is what it is, and we literally got the most nuts item of all time. For dragons. Hell yeah, I'm going to be crafting a Critwood staff. Let's grab this, and let's hope for something awesome. We did get something awesome, but I'm not going to be taking it. Not right now. Let's add in all the flames. For this round, we are not going to be offering up anything, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and move on again. So Critwood staff is going to guarantee some crit chance if we stack up enough mana. Which mana mastery is looking pretty darn awesome right now, rather than that investment opportunity. But yeah, being super greedy, grabbing some more econ. Especially if we're going to go for dragons, econ is going to be super important. But we'll see. Can we deal with this Pyromancer? It's looking pretty close, but that's a big old crit. And smashing, actually. Not too bad overall. Now, speaking of econ, Holy Armor on sale for 7, we're going to be taking. Now, we could keep it, or we could literally just offer it up into our offer bowl. I'm going to sell 2 stones. I know that kind of gets rid of our freaking option for stone skin potion, but I'm going to be moving on like this for now. And yeah, one major mistake, we definitely moved a little bit too fast. Our Amulets of Darkness is not triggering on a Critwood staff anymore. I mean, we're going to lose out on a little bit of DPS. Which might be a big problem. Because our opponent is literally about to break through our armor. But that's a lot of damage coming from a Critwood staff. But can we outpace him still? Actually, not too bad. So we'll see. What sort of craziness are we going to get? We got ourselves a hammer, customer card, and a flame. So we could take ourselves Draconic Orb and go for some Obsidian Dragons, but it's not exactly what I want. We're going to sell the hammer. We're going to roll. That's a freaking mana orb, which we are going to take pretty much immediately. We can also add in our customer card, but next round is going to be our dragon round. So we kind of just want to grab some storage. We're going to roll for now, and let's roll again. So nothing as crazy for now. And yeah, I'm going to sell 1 flame so we can grab ourselves this fanny pack for even more storage and increasing the speed of our blueberries. But hey, I'm going to keep our setup to be like this for now. And we could grab ourselves a moon armor if we really want to, but let's rock on with this for now. But we are going to begin a chain up, and it's going to take a while to start stacking up our mana. So unfortunately, this chain up is going to be a big counter to us. Pretty much directly. Because we can never get our crit chance. Actually, no, we did. But is it going to be enough? Unfortunately, definitely not. But again, we've got a Critwood staff. We're going to go Dragon's Nest, looking for some ruby orbs. Unfortunately, though, we got ourselves this dragon, but we're going to have to take it. Let's grab this as well, another Amulet of Life. And let's roll again. And we could offer up this dragon, but we kind of want to keep a dragon. We could get rid of both our Amulets of Life, which I'm thinking actually strongly about doing. And we could also grab the Sapphire Egg, but we don't exactly want that. And we could grab the Amulets of Life so our dragons can heal us back a little bit more, but to be quite honest, we're going to be looking to trying to burst down our opponent with our dragons. I'm going to see our opponent is rocking a cauldron with a magic staff. They're going to have a lot of scaling damage. We spent a lot of golds on a dragon that we can't even use yet. So unfortunately, we do end up falling short. A little less than ideal, but it is what it is. Okay, we got ourselves a mana dragon. which is kind of crazy. Now, in Practical Arts Greatsword on sale, but we're not going to be taking it. Now, with Toad is mana generation. It is also some luck. Let's grab this bit of storage. Now, I'm not entirely sure if we actually want to keep this sapphire egg, so we're actually going to offer it up. We're going to roll. We're going to keep rolling. And I'm actually going to roll again. Now, we can get ourselves an ice dragon if we find ourselves a ruby egg as well. But yeah, I'm going to keep our options open. I'm going to keep it. We're going to offer up our mana egg. It's just to give us 4 mana, because once it hatches, it is going to be using up a crazy amount of mana. But we'll see. Our opponent is surviving. They have inflicted a lot of debuffs on us. But can we still pass them up? We got lucky that our opponent just has a shovel. They're not dealing a lot of damage because our accuracy is pretty much not great. So if they did have a stronger weapon, we would have been in a lot of trouble for sure. But hey, we got ourselves a stamina sack. Not so great Hunger Blade. We could craft up a Mana Thirst. And actually, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, we do have a Chasing Egg. And honestly, not super great ones. We can grab Thorn Burst for a bit of stun, some spikes. We can go by the Holy Light, or we can grab Solaris. I think out of all these options, we're probably just going to grab by the Holy Light. If we're trying to be burst though, we could grab more stats. Am I crazy to take it over Holy Light? The chance for holy items to be on sale. I'm going to grab it, especially since we have the offering ball. We can offer up those items. Let's grab this card. Let's roll another Mana Dragon. We're going to ignore for now. Let's grab the storage. Let's keep moving. Let's roll again. That's another freaking Mana Orb. Unfortunately though, no Ruby Whelps, which is pretty darn sad. So maybe it's time we sell a Rainbow Badge. We could offer it up into Orphan Ball because we do need to find a Ruby Whelp. And it is kind of filling up our loot pool with a bunch of random crap that we don't exactly want. But I still want to grab this Mana Orb. And I'm going to move on for now. And we'll see. Now, offering up the Rainbow Badge in our Offering Bowl by itself is not really going to be that great. But adding our Hunger Blade, we should be able to deal a little bit more damage overall. But Time Dilator is going to be quite scary for us. They're going to be reducing our attack speed on our dragon, along with our weapons. And again, our opponent has stacked up so much blinds that we are literally going to have trouble hitting. There's a lot of people playing blind debuff stacking builds, unfortunately. But hey, we got our Mana Thirst. Let's grab our mana. Let's grab Solid Fire Lizard. Let's roll. Jin's Lamp on sale for 6. We'll be back in a second while I sort of inventory. So the next question is, are we actually going to take Jin's Lamp? I'm going to grab it. I'm going to stack it in this position for now. And yeah, I'm going to move on. It's going to be another source of mana first. Potentially. Or some luck. But it's more likely just going to be some spikes. Maybe we do want to actually offer it up into our Offering Bowl. Potentially. Actually, you know what? Let's offer it up. I definitely want to find those ruby chunks. But we are risking it a little bit here. With our Mana Thirst in, we should be able to stack up our mana a little bit easier. Giving us that crit chance. Dealing a lot of damage. Inflicting a lot of debuffs. And actually looking a hell of a lot better for sure. And what do we get ourselves? The flutes. A whetstone. And let's roll. I'm going to roll quite heavily, looking for some dragons. Then we could grab ourselves an Emerald Whelp. But I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to roll quite deep, looking for a freaking ruby egg, which is smashing. And within 2 rounds, we are going to be super strong. Crazily strong. So we do have to win at least one of the next 2 rounds. And yeah, we're going to rock on with this sort of situation for now. Now we'll see. We are going to begin a card Goobert's poison stacking snake. And they're going to be inflicting a lot of poison on us, but so far, looking pretty neck and neck. And smashing. Our opponent had double our HP. But we managed to pull ahead. And awesome, we got ourselves a leather bag. Not too bad, actually. Now the question is, I definitely want to go for Ruby Chunk. Ruby Chunk is going to be way better for us. We can grab ourselves another White Ace Blue Dragon, which I'm going to take. Presence Flask, Chili Pepper. Let's roll for now. Let's grab this Amulet, which is the Amulet of Energy, which is actually super fantastic for sure. We could grab this bit of storage, but I kind of want to keep rolling, try to find another ruby egg. because grabbing these dragons is going to be way too strong to ignore. Now the thing is, we're going to begin a big old push nuke, which could one-shot us here. Once you drop your opponent down below, but actually, amazing, we managed to pull ahead, which is not too bad. Now we should get a ruby chunk, which we definitely want to place in this position. For sure. I'm going to grab another Hallfire Lizards. We're going to grab our blueberries. We're going to roll. We're going to keep rolling. I'm going to roll quite deep, actually. Although we could grab this Undead for the Amulet. But again, this is exactly what I'm looking for. To the point where we could actually sell our Holy Light. We're not really actually using this, to be quite honest. Or we're going to sell our Amethyst Swamp, but since we've already hatched it, I kind of want to keep it. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much we can actually sell here. We kind of need to keep everything that we do have. So either we sell our Amethyst Whelp, which we're going to do, and we're going to hatch up this egg. And yeah, we're going to move on. So selling the egg is going to make us a little bit weaker. But once we get our second ruby chunk in, yeah, the game should be pretty much over. Because that's going to be a hell of a lot of damage, and we're going to be stunned our opponents, and we still managed to pull ahead. Critwood Staff, ruby chunks, with an 81 DPS. And it's only going to get better once we craft up a ruby chunk. Because each one is going to be 30 DPS. And our Amulets of Darkness is doing crazy damage too. As for heal, non-existent. As for block, pretty much garbage too. So we definitely have to become a burst build. Otherwise, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And we definitely want a Hollow Fire Lizard to craft up into a ruby chunk. Let's go and grab this, and I think we have literally won the game. I think we just forfeit. That's a second Amulet of Darkness with ruby chunks. Hell yeah, that's amazing. We definitely need a storage, and speaking of definitely needing something, let's grab another Hollow Fire Lizard for sure. Now we're going to place it in this position, so it's targeting on our Mana Thirst along our Critwood Staff. It's basically going to be doing something similar to this Amulet of Darkness. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Now with 2 Amulets of Darkness, we should be able to turbo inflict a lot of debuffs, especially since we're going to be doing some crit damage. And that is going to be our major source of defense. And smashing. Really fantastic. Even taking on Deerwood Guardian, and even destroying Deerwood Guardian with the damage reduction and our scaling damage. So even adding in our Ruby Orb, our DPS is about 80, but again our opponent had a lot of damage reduction, so it is much higher since we actually got it. But then we got a Ruby Chunk, and now our deck of cards is going to have a bit of a struggle. But Jin's Lamp on sale for 6, I definitely want to grab. I'd like to grab a hard container to offer it up into Offering Bowl, but I'm going to ignore it for now. Or we could literally keep our Jin's Lamp. I think we offer it up. I'm going to roll. Let's roll. If we find ourselves another Ruby Egg, we could be in a super awesome spot. Unfortunately, we didn't find it, and next round is our final round to craft, so we could either just hatch up 1 egg, but this is already going to be crazy enough to win. For sure. We should definitely be able to take on this Bloodthorn, Life Stacking Reaper, or Ranger. Why did I say Reaper? I have no idea. And when I said Life Stacking, I mean lots of healing. But they can't heal if they can't hit us, even with the amount of luck that they do stack up. But yeah, Critwood Staff, Dragons. It's just crazy. What do we got? Okay, we got ourselves another Mana Orb. Definitely worth doing. Now we can also grab ourselves a Prismatic Orb, so we just start off with even more mana. But honestly, it's not really going to be worth grabbing. I do want to grab more Hollow Fire Lizards. I do want to grab this bit of storage. That's a Ruby Chunk. If we had one more round, I would 150,000% grab it. But since we've only one more round, there's no real point in actually grabbing it. I'm going to still grab some Burning Coals. I'm going to roll again. And holy moly, now they're all deciding to show up. The reason why I'm taking the Burning Coals is because they actually resist some debuffs once they're crafted up. Now again, our deck of cards, they fit in as Whitey's Blue Dragon. We kind of need to change our setup around a little bit once again. But hey, we're going to have a setup to be more like this for right now. And honestly, this by the Holy Light, not doing a crazy amount of work, but this investment opportunity to be stacking up our max life and to be giving us a ton of value per round. Actually, awesome. More goals means more rolls, means we could find our ruby chunks a little bit easier. But yeah, actually, let's unreserve this ruby egg because I don't want this. We're going to be moving on. We do have our Hollow Fire Lizards at the very beginning because that does increase our effect damage of our dragons. And our opponent does have invulnerability, which is keeping themselves alive. But as soon as that invulnerability ends, smashing damage. Now again, it's only 80 DPS, but that invulnerability stopped a lot of our damage. So right before that invulnerability, we were dealing 120 DPS. Which is kind of awesome. Now, we're going to be taking Hollow Fire Lizards, more Mana Orbs. Do we actually want more Mana Orbs? Not exactly. I'm going to keep rolling. We could grab ourselves a Glowing Crown for our own invulnerability. Which, you know what? Let's actually grab. And we can finally make use of by the Holy Light. Now, I'm going to roll freaking Mana Dragon. We could take for just 4 mana at the very beginning. But I'm going to keep rolling. Now, the thing is, I'm actually going to sell this card. I'm going to sell these so we grab even more Hollow Fire Lizards. Because all I want to do is stack up a crazy amount of effect damage so we can deal a lot of damage. With our Burning Coals, we place it inside our helmet. We actually resist a lot of cold. But I'm going to keep it this way because I do want to resist some debuffs rather than cold. But yeah, this is going to be a fun setup. And what a crazy, crazy fantastic build this has literally been. Double Amulets of Darkness, Critwood Staff with Ruby Chonks. Yeah, straight up nuts for sure. And we're going to see just how good it is going to be. Can we win out? I'm going to slow this one down. We are going to begin an Anvil, Katana, Falcon Blade. It's going to be a lot of damage, and they are actually going to reduce a lot of our buffs. Which is going to be quite scary. We did get our invulnerability. They do resist a lot of those crits with those stone helmets. So that invulnerability allows us to survive till those helmets actually stop that damage reduction and smashing. For sure, that Glowing Crown actually coming in super, super clutch for us. And what a darn scary opponent to come across. With a lot of damage reduction, a lot of crit resistance, and we're all about crits. So our DPS is actually going to be way too low for a final fight. We're big old burst builds, but our DPS is actually only 72 DPS. But again, our 7 Grace is that blinds. Which, I mean, their Falcon Blade only had 40% accuracy, but the Katana had a 75% accuracy. As for heals, we actually managed to have a tiny bit of a heal. Not crazy amount by any means. 12 healing per second is pretty darn bad, and we didn't have too much bad block either. But anyways, Critwood Staff, Ruby Chonks, Dragon's Nest. A crazy, crazy and awesome fun build for sure. And we did survive with 3 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we actually managed to get. Plus 11 ranks up quite a bit actually. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. See you next time.